Hey everyone, so based off the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 912, I really just want to have a quick discussion about the generational gap in the pirate world of One Piece, and how it is affecting the power struggle going on right now, and how it's affecting the story as well. So as everyone no doubt knows, the New World is controlled by the four Yonko, the four emperors of the New World, who have kind of cut the New World into territories, and it's a bit of a turf war going on between them. They each command vast amounts of power, various subordinates underneath them, and are considered the closest to finding the One Piece, but have been kind of locked in a stalemate for years. So they've been running things on that sea for quite some time, and that's kind of how it's been. They've been the big shots, the big names of the pirate world, the strongest, the most powerful. And on the flip side of that, you have the rookies, the supernova who all kind of entered the New World around the same time and were making big names for themselves on the first half of the Grand Line, and ever since the time skip have been known as the Worst Generation. So the Worst Generation all kind of crossed over into the New World around the same time, so naturally they're going to bump into the Yonko in their territory. They're going to enter their domain, and they're going to have to cross paths with them and face them, or figure out how to deal with them, sometimes maybe even join them, because they're two giant powers colliding. The Yonko so far seem to be definitely the stronger of the two. But there's been various rookies who have had to interact with Yonko, and it's kind of had varying results depending, to say the least. So we know that when Luffy entered the New World, he went through Fishman Island, and he and Zoro are considered part of the Worst Generation, so their whole crew is kind of considered, new up-and-coming rookies that are causing a problem. So Luffy's first real beef with Yonko was he really pissed off Big Mom, which has been an insult that she hasn't taken lightly and has, this vendetta has followed Luffy into the New World and has been a problem for him ever since. At the same time, he also formed an alliance with Trafalgar Law, another one of the Worst Generation. Now, Luffy and Law made an agreement to bring down one of the four emperors, Kaido, King of the Beasts. But really, this was Law hoping to bring down Doflamingo. He was really focused on bringing down Doflamingo, who was a subordinate of Kaido and who had to answer to Kaido because he was kind of providing him with artificial devil fruits. So it was really just Law trying to bring down Doflamingo. He has a personal history with Doflamingo, and he really wanted him brought down. But he was using the threat of Kaido as a means to an end, really, just to bring down Doflamingo. He wasn't super serious about trying to take on Kaido, but now circumstances have made it that they're still aligned to bring down Kaido. But Kaido isn't so easily brought down. He's pretty much invincible. So you had another alliance form between members of the Worst Generation. You had Captain Kidd, Hawkins, and Scratchman Apu. And they formed an alliance to bring down Shanks. They were going to target Shanks because, we need to make a name for ourselves, and it looks like, based on the papers, that the alliance between Law and Luffy is going to go after Kaido, so let's not have the same target. We'll go after Shanks. We'll carve out a path in the New World by bringing down one of the four emperors. Unfortunately for them, that didn't pan out. Instead, they were met by Kaido. And Kaido, as we have now seen, has pretty much subjugated them. Hawkins and Apu have joined him because, as Hawkins said in this most recent chapter, either you join the strong side or you spend your life being weak and getting your ass kicked by them. So they did the smart move. And even though they're pretty powerful in their own rights, they're like, we're no match for Kaido. Let's, join up with him and we'll at least be on the winning side. Kid, being Kid, apparently did not have any desire to join Kaido, and we've seen him pay for that. He's locked up, Kaido has him badly beaten and as a prisoner. We don't know what happened with Killer, who is also one of the supernovas, and he's Kid's first mate, but I assume he probably went the same way as his captain. And then you have others like Drake, who has joined up with Kaido, as we know. He is a powerful ancient Zoan user, so he fits right in with Kaido's ranks. So now Kaido has a few of the Worst Generation under him. He's got Hawkins, Apu, and seems most notably Drake. Drake seems to be higher up in the food chain of Kaido's forces than the other two. And then, of course, he has Kid and probably Killer as prisoners. And this isn't the only instance we've seen of the rookies joining one of the emperors, realizing that they're outmatched, overpowered, and that the only way to survive is to become a subordinate. We saw Beige do this with Big Mom, but really he was doing it to try and secretly kill her as well. That didn't pan out, obviously, as we saw how it went horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. So there's this trend of the new generation trying to bring down the old guard. And so far it hasn't really worked out that well. The only one it really panned out for was Blackbeard, who through his own twisted machinations, his cunning, managed to manipulate a whole lot of events to bring down Whitebeard and take literally his power as well as his territory, and now has supplanted him as a member of the Yonko. So Blackbeard, who many consider to be part of the worst generation, actually managed to not only bring down an emperor, but also completely replace them. And Luffy has kind of done a similar thing, though not intentionally. He has been considered now, after his, various escapades at Fishman Island and Dressrosa, and his clashes with Big Mom, many now are considering him the 5th emperor of the New World. He has also kind of ascended from just being a rookie to actually managing to stand beside the Yonko as one of them, essentially, though it's not really super duper official. I mean, it's really only the presses that are kind of considering him that. But he has, claimed Fishman Island as being under his protection. He has his own fleet now, and he's managing to clash with them and somehow survive. You also had a couple other little clashes. You had a Rouge kill one of Big Mom's commanders, Snack. There's been this just kind of generational battle. But based on Luffy and Blackbeard's actions, it's clear that it is possible for this new generation to really make a name for themselves and possibly bring down these emperors. The thing is, these emperors are so powerful, it's probably going to take an alliance between the majority of the supernovas of the rookies to actually stand a chance. So we'll just have to wait and see. This new chapter has got me really excited. Seeing Hawkins now as officially a member of Kaido's ranks. So we're going to see him probably clash with Luffy and Zoro, see some infighting between the worst generation. Hopefully he'll come around and he'll realize, no, we can bring down Kaido. It doesn't have, maybe there is a 1% chance that we can actually bring down Kaido for real, and I don't have to serve him. We'll just have to see, but I can't wait to find out. That's all I got to say, guys. Take care.